my review of Dragon's live-action movie. Yeah, baby. Here we go. But you know what, though? I don't think this setup is quite right. Oh, you're really wedged in there, Toothless. Come on. Come on, Toothless Jr. Come on. All right, now I have something special. Aw, isn't she beautiful? Look at you. You're so amazing. Aw. Tard, where are you? Oh, there you are. Come on, Tard. You can do it. Aw, look at how cute they are together. Aw. Okay, now for my opinions. Here they are. So one thing I didn't like about the movie was that it turned Toothless into a total narcissistic jerk. You are good enough. You are smart enough. And doggone it, people like you. First of all, the characters. Now, what I really think about the characters is that they did change some things, but I don't think it really mattered that much. I mean, Astrid was a little bit different. Her blonde hair was gone, and that's about all I noticed, really. So it didn't really matter in the character. It didn't really matter for the journey of the character to have different colored hair. So I guess it really didn't matter that her hair was a different color. And as far as the changes to the other people, I mean, Toothless's dad was Toothless's dad. And Gobber, he was a little toned down, but I didn't mind because in real life, people's teeth don't just fall out and get hammered back in. And the twins were a little different. But I didn't think that mattered either. What I was really impressed by was the fact that the dragons look so good. Are any of you out there old enough to remember when Jurassic Park first came out? They were that good. It was like, wow, they really do look real. They weren't overly painterly or weird or CGI moving or just funky looking. They looked like actual dragons interacting with actual people, and that was amazing. As far as the storyline goes, I thought it was done very well. It was kept basically scene for scene for everything that was done. Was like, this happened in the animated vision, this happened in the animated movie, and it happened in the live action movie, and this happened in the animated movie, and then it happened in the live action movie, and I thought that was awesome. That's the way live action should be done. Are you listening, Mouse Television? Are you listening? Live action should just be exactly what it is, a live action version of the actual story that came out in the animation. Because that's what I like. You already like it. Why are you changing it if we already like it? So the fact that the story was exactly the same pretty much was just totally awesome. There were a few differences in the story that they changed. Just a few little tiny things, but they didn't matter in the scope of the movie. The whole story that was happening didn't matter that there was different dragon tricks or tribes involved with Burke. It didn't matter about all those things. What mattered was the story, and that's what I really liked is that the movie was more focused on the hero's journey that Hiccup was on. He started as a wimpy, non-man little thing and became a hero that changed the course of his village, which is amazing. Yay! I keep saying, did I say Hiccup? Did I call him Hiccup? I meant Hippie. Because he is kind of a tree hugger, all about, preserving the animals and all that stuff. Like that. And one thing I didn't like about the movie, and there weren't very many things, I'm telling you. One thing I didn't like was that they changed the wise old lady in the movie that was like the matriarch. That's what I'm trying to say. The matriarch. They changed the matriarch of the movie, who in the animated version was just a wise lady who knew everything because she had lived so long, into like this kind of weird witchy soothsayer thing. I didn't care for that very much. Totally unnecessary change. She could have just been very wise and not divining things. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's okay to just be wise and know things because you're old. You don't have to use magic and divinery. The only other thing I didn't like was a total lack of eggs. Not one egg in the entire movie. I know what you're thinking. There were no eggs in the first animated film. But that doesn't matter. that would have been one change that I would have been behind. Oh, and the main thing I really liked about the live-action movie was that the whole movie, instead of being about just Toothless or a bunch of silly side characters, it was more about Hiccup and his journey and the development of the relationship with his dad, which was totally amazing, and that's going to come into play much later. And the changes that I talked about earlier that they did make totally make sense, because later on those changes will come into play, and they're like adding in the fact that there's more canon this time than there was during the animated movie, which totally makes sense. So what I really liked also was that he was not only earning the respect of his dad, he was earning the respect, his own self-respect. Hiccup knew that he didn't have to follow everyone else's opinion. He could have his own opinion and do his own thing, and that was fine. And it was the right thing, and sometimes the right thing is what everyone else isn't doing. And that's important to remember. You can be yourself and not do what everyone else is telling you to do if you feel that you have come to the conclusion that the right thing is what you feel you should be doing. So that's the main part I liked about the movie. Okay, everybody. That's all I really have to think about this movie. Thanks for listening, and you have a great day. And remember, you can do what you think is right and not what everybody else is thinking you should do. Unless it's your mom. You should always do what your mom tells you to do. Go click that like button and click subscribe